Oh man. Yo, what up, Bubble Mist? All right. Time for a stream. I don't know how much I'm going to be talking this stream because I'm like dead tired. It's been a long day. But we will see. This is the second yawn in less than 2 minutes. So we're going to do what we did last time. We'll throw the Lewis gun here. We'll put PSG1 here. The H&K-51B here. Okay, and that's everything. What was the L2 eighth? Oh, that was the Sterling. What that was. 11. Mark 23 each power. APC 9. I do not like the way that that looks. Interesting. That's the first time I've seen that as in one of my slideshows because it's usually not there. So these are, I guess, the 3 options that we have to do. And we're going to make this completely fair. Three. Everyone saw it. It's a random number between 1 and 3, and it rolled a 3. So the third tab we have is the HK-51B, which means this stream we will be making the HK-51B. Hey, Jaden. So since we're making the 51B, I actually kind of need to do research on it because I don't know too much about it. That's loud. Dude, this thing has a freaking huge fireball. Holy crap. Jesus. I think that's literally all the 51B is. I'm looking for literally anything, but there's no, there's really no information on it. HK-51. We'll type in 51 and see what comes up. So what makes it a B? Okay, HK-51. And this is hkpro.com. It says HK-51, what is it? So we'll visit that. And we'll take a look at it. For some reason, oh, there it goes. Super compact. They made those. Okay, so the B stands for belt fed. All right. All right. I get it now. Here's the HK-51B. I almost bought one that supposedly had a transferable sear that could be divorced, but I just wasn't convinced that was legit. I think the sear was stuck in the gun. So basically, I've got everything that I need to understand now. So I need to come over here. We're just going to type in HK-51. And this is the article that I read. But the image is what we needed in particular. We can exit out of that. We can exit out of that because we have everything that we need here. So it's literally, hey, good timing then, Gavin. It's a 308 caliber HK. Okay. So what we need to do, we'll grab the 33 that we made the other day because it has the handguard on it already. Hey, King Shark. I can't read the alphabet apparently. So we'll import this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stud mag. So we need to make this like 2 studs longer. But that actually works out really well because we have to delete most of everything out over here. So that works out, surprisingly. It's also a different style of stock in the back. So we'll fix that in a moment here as well. All right. Dump the magazine because we no longer need it. I've seen some of these with holes, some of them without holes. Let's just type in 51 and see. Yeah, it's just, I guess, personal preference. Maybe. So, oh shit, it's in Battlefield with Hardline. Interesting. So the B is the belt-fed version, but I don't have to put any holes in the handguard or anything, so that really helps. So I think what we're going to end up doing here is grabbing all of this. Hey, Aran Gardner. Here, as much as possible, and just removing it and placing it down and off to the side. So sadly, I ran out of smooth black towels, so that Uzi can't be done, but Mini can be done. But instead, I'll make a remake of my 1911. All right, man. Whatever works out for you. So this comes in really weird. How do I do this? I don't really know. I guess we just start deleting shit at this point. I'm glad that you're home, Gavin. Yeah, we literally just start deleting shit out of here because we kind of need all of this space to redesign pretty much everything that we have here. All right, so this needs to be, it's 7 studs long right now, so we actually need to extend it out to 2 more studs, right? So that'll be like the full length of the bolt there. We throw this here, throw this here, delete that out, and we'll just use this to expand that way. We're going to work in light blue. Actually, we should just work in whatever color we have here. We'll change the color at the end. So we'll drop that there. And then this, it has a different design to it down here. So what we can do is use one of these to imply that this is thicker, but it'll also retain our stock, which is good. I really need some water. Thank goodness I brought some. So today is another drink sponsor of Wesley Farms Purified Water, the water from BJ's that you buy in giant freaking packages. And water is good for the soul, least to say. For this this detail right here, I think a really good piece that we can use for that is actually this here. That's good. All right, I'm happy with all of that. We can actually take and delete this out. It no longer is there. Now I need to make another shell ejection port, basically the same size as this one, but moved forward one and underneath all of this stuff here. So we need to take and do this, basically. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Hey, Luke. So if we take and place this here, yeah, that's fine. I know this is technically 2 studs forward, but this is more of a 2 stud difference. What up, Asher? Is there something going on? Is that why I needed to be live right now? Oh, you're editing? Oof. It's funny because a lot of people, they ask me, you know, why I don't edit videos and stuff. Because that shit's boring, dude. I went through 3 years of TV production in high school. I really hated it. I completely understand, dude. Like I said, I went through 3 years of TV production in high school. Editing was pretty much everything in the class because we weren't exactly like really good actors, so most of everything that we needed came from editing more than anything. Some of my most original videos on my YouTube channel are actually raw footage of us in TV production. Sorry, I'm just trying to breathe. Today we're working on the HK-51, but we're technically doing the B version. So as far as I can tell, the HK-51 is just a short-barreled G3, basically. But then you have the HK-51B, which is a belt-fed version, and it's ridiculous. Like, I watched a video on YouTube of like one of the very first search results, and it's just like ungodly huge fireballs come out the end of this thing when you're shooting it, because it's just so, it's short-barreled. Just like yesterday, I put 3 options into Google tabs in the order that I saw them, basically, and then chose Google, or told Google to select a random number between 1 and 3, and this was the 3rd tab, so I went ahead and got to work, basically. I definitely remember it. Who could forget, honestly? I will let you know right now, that's probably not going to happen today because I'm just not in the mood to talk a lot. I'm kind of hit or miss when it comes to talking on streams, but it's just like I'm doubling down on it today because my body is telling me like, nah, I don't want to push it too far, you know. Body's being a pain in my ass, basically. Not like I'm gonna die or anything. It's just probably go to sleep and get some rest before having to go right back to work tomorrow and shit like that. But I'm not. Yeah, man. And it's funny because I really didn't do anything like physically exhausting today. But it's just, today was really fucking hot here in Florida. At least in the area that I was in. So, for me, it's like the sun is fucking brutal when you're out there trying to work. And I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even doing anything physically exhausting. I was locating valves that people have come through and concreted over and shit like that. Which, like I said, that's not physically exhausting work. That's me going out there with a metal detector looking for them. Or a probe, which is just a really spiky ended rod that you shove into the ground and shit like that. So like I said, it's not physically exhausting or anything. But the sun is just not good, you know. I had to go to work and help my coworker bring in a new shipment of tapioca. It was like 200 pounds of carrying it. We used to carrying heavy boxes for like 4 hours. Fuck that shit, man. I have equipment that does all the heavy lifting for me nowadays. Like, I can't be lifting shit like that, dude. Like, y'all don't have dollies, hand carts, people call them different things, that y'all could have used to help you bring the boxes in. Like, it's weird for me because I work with a warehouse, and the warehouse will literally bring me everything that I need on a fucking pallet with the forklift, which makes, you know, my life way easier. So, like, I just don't imagine doing some of this shit anymore the way that I used to do it. Gonna have back pain by the time I'm 40. It depends on how you lift the boxes. If you lift the boxes correctly, like you're supposed to, you should be pretty okay. But if you're lifting boxes like you're really not supposed to, then yeah, you might have some back pain by the time you're older. We do, but we had to put them in this room thing, and it was a tight fit, so we pretty much drag things in there and stuff. I really do understand. I've moved houses a couple different times, and sometimes things just don't fit as God intended them to, so you have to figure out another way to do it. And usually that way turns out to be awkward and not exactly the best of things to be doing. I completely understand. So that's pretty much this whole side over here, other than this little detail here, which we can make super easily. These really long pauses are me trying to catch my breath, basically. Hardware store is not a bad job to have, to be completely honest with you. It's a job. You guys were a little young. I'll throw you guys on the spot because it doesn't bother me. You also need to understand that your first job does not have to be like your end-all be-all job. You literally don't have to stay there forever. It's completely okay after a year, 2 years to say, hey, I've got another job position that I can go to. I gotta let you guys go and leave. So if this is like your first job, it's income, it's experience, and it's okay, since it's your first job, if something were to go wrong and you don't end up being able to stay there that long. That's perfectly fine. You don't need to sit there and like go out of your way to find a career first thing off the bat. Wait, that's the wrong one. Crap. I'm probably gonna do it until I'm old enough to work at like the Lego store or something. It's funny because there's a Lego store actually really close to us at this point in time. It's in downtown Disney, which is it's close, least to say. And when I was, I'll say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had gone in there because there was a Christmas tradition with my aunt. She takes us to the Lego store every Christmas, and she gives us a set budget, and then we're able to pick out whatever we want inside the Lego store. And we do that every single Christmas. That's our tradition. And 4 or 5 years ago when I was in there, I had actually stopped an employee and actually had asked a couple different questions about working there and you know, what type of benefits do you really get working there and whatnot. And it almost got to the point where I really considered working there because of it. Because it just, there's a pretty good amount of benefits as a Lego builder to be working there. But there's way more as like insider information, if you will, because they'll get access to Lego sets early because you technically work for the Lego company, which is hell yeah, sign me up. That's awesome. You get a discounted price. Since ours is on Disney property, you also count as a Disney cast member, which means you get a Disney discount as well, which is really awesome if you're really big into going there, into Disney parks and shit like that. And then it's, at the time, we had asked the guy, you know, what they do with all the Lego pieces that fall on the ground. From Pick-a-Brick, and this dude told us that they threw them away in the fucking dumpster. And I was instantly like, oh my god, we need to find this dumpster. They have thousands, millions of fucking Lego pieces that they're just throwing away. I really don't know if that guy was being truthful or not, but if he was, I would definitely love to become a Disney store or Lego store employee to go dumpster diving after work. I would be that guy. I will literally just do it for the Legos. I'm going to be working at Seven Leaves for a pretty long time till I graduate high school, maybe a little bit into early college. But I understand why Seven Leaves is a good starter job, if you will. It's something that you can work at and you don't need... How do I say this? It's a good job to make mistakes at because it's a cafe. When you make mistakes at a cafe, the worst that can happen usually is you get a pissed off customer. But you know, you're dealing with, you know, $10, $15 worth of exchanges there, and for the most part, depending on your company policy, shit like that, that's an easy to remediate fix, right? Whereas the career that I'm in, for example, certain mistakes that we make will literally kill people. There are certain residents that we can not touch their water at all, because if we touch their water, we will literally kill them because they're on life support. So when we're digging holes, certain methods of digging have to be implemented because dirt can collapse into the hole on top of someone and kill them. When we're installing hydrants, things can swing over and hit people and kill them. Seven Leaves, it's kind of not like that. I'm not going to say there's like no risk at all, because there definitely is, allergies being, you know, a huge factor. But the amount of actual things that can go wrong at Seven Leaves, it's kind of low comparatively to what I'm doing. So my big point here is you can make mistakes at Seven Leaves and you're not going to be crucified as bad as you would, you know, in my line of work, basically. Hey, Trey, welcome to stream, man. I know Bryce works there. I haven't talked to Bryce in a long time, so I'm not sure if he still works there or not. Like you said, I know he worked there because he really, really enjoyed it. I'm just not entirely sure if he still does. Used to all the equipment and things. I love all the people I work with. I'm happy with my job, and it pays well for a good amount of time. And I also have the recipes in my head so I can make them at home if I want. That's a pretty good reason to be there. Hey, Sonic the Cat and the Renzo games. I, for the most part, enjoy most of the people that I work with. There are a couple people I really don't like to work with, but that's okay. I'm adaptable. I'm okay with that. And on top of that, most of what we do, you can kind of memorize it and get used to it. And it's not too hard, most of what we do. Yo, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey. Nice. GG, man. Proud for you? Is that I'm proud of you. There we go. I'm sorry. I had a massive, I don't know, brain aneurysm right there or something about that. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm just tired, man. I'm really tired. I'm forcing myself to stream to make something. I took a look at my Google Analytics today, and it was the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. Because on days that I stream, the watch time goes way up. And you know, most of my videos are 5-6 minutes long, and the analytics told me that people only watch for like a minute and a half, and then they close out of the video. So my watch time has tanked miserably, and it's sad. I should have never looked at my analytics, because now I'm just like, ugh, why did I look at that? Yo, I would love some homemade boba. I really, really would. This weird thing about me and boba, and I'll let you know right now so you don't feel bad if you make it for me and I don't like it. I'm very particular about my boba. I like my boba to be sweet, but I also really like for it to be firm. And I know, you know, it's not everyone makes it like that. What do you think of your deagle? I think your deagle is very good. I don't like it as much as I like my deagle, but I made my deagle. So there's an inherent bias there for me, you know? So I can't say like you didn't do a good job. My bias for my deagle is outweighing how much I like your deagle, you know? What does a pizza boy and a gynecologist have in common? They can both smell but not taste. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here, Trey. Yeah, I wanted to look at it because I was really curious, because I wanted to see how close we are to getting the channel remonetized. Or at least filing to get the channel remonetized, because things have changed so much. I don't even know if it's gonna, you know, do anything. And I am currently at little under 3,000 watch hours in the past year, and you need 4,000 to file for the YouTube Partnership Program, which basically means for me, I am like nowhere near. I'm 1,000 watch hours away, basically, from being able to go back to getting a monetization going for the channel, which is just miserable. Like, damn, I really, really wish I could have had better news about that, basically. And not have just like a miserable fucking, yeah, you can't file for membership for a whole long ass time at this point. I really need to figure out the, is this not gonna be right? I need to figure out I guess I really don't need to figure anything out. I figured out that my streams are what gets me my most watch time because people tend to stick around for the streams and whatnot, like and actually watch and not just click out of it. So I need to start regularly streaming as much as I possibly can because that will assist me in gaining my monetary whatnot back, which is helpful. Okay, so that dropped on where it was supposed to, but it's not where it needs to be. I need to take ends. Can I extend this? So where was it? Hold on a second, let me count. So it's 4 studs right now. So that's 5. This is 6. So that'll be 2 studs in between it. And I need to use the group. Hey, thanks for subbing Sonic the Cat. I know you're not here, but thank you. The fuck is boba? It's a tapioca ball. So it's like, it's a chewy ball that goes inside usually a drink that goes with it. And then it's, you kind of chew it while you drink with the drink. Why didn't this work the first time? What the fudge? Can I, let's just do it this way then. Let's just select this and drag it over. That's probably what I did the first time without even realizing it. Let's see my deagle. I'll take a look at it here in a second then so I can show you. Let me just get this in place and where it needs to be. I'm having a hard time. There we go. I forget I can press shift and drag the screen over. Where's there? All right, there we go. That's where it needs to be. Then we can take this, drag it back, and put it here. All right, so now we just have this 2-stud wide gap to fill in. And then we need to make a box for it, I'm guessing. And we should definitely save. And I should turn my keyboard on because I can't even see the freaking letters. H&K, HK-51B, WIP version 1. And desktop, save. All right, that's good. So usually when it's very chewy, then it's overcooked. When it's tough, it's undercooked. Yeah, I'm weird, man. I really am. I like the sweetness. I think the place that I really like to go to, I really want to say that they use brown sugar in theirs. Kenyana's brought me boba home from a couple different spots now that have honey in them for sweetness. And I just really don't like the honey taste in them. It's just not good for me. Here's my deagles then. I like mine better than yours. Most of it, I should add this by the way, because I know you'll say something right now. Most of it is completely legal, except for a couple different things here and there. You on my fucking ass. You can go fuck yourself. My deagle's better than yours, you fucking pleb. I can make 3 accounts and leave them watch your videos as I sleep. So it's really funny because I took a look at my lifetime view count, my view hours analytically today as well. And there's this gigantic spike. And that's the spike from when my channel was about to be demonetized by YouTube. And I reached out for a lot of help. And Kyle was super nice and gave me a huge shout out that really helped when that situation was going on. And that's the highest spike that my channel has ever seen. Like it is, so I want to show you guys because it is very obvious of what's there and what's not. Dashboard, dashboard, dashboard. Analytics. And then we go to watch time, see more, and we can say lifetime. So this is more than 10 years worth of content, right? You can see like all this shit, right? And how this is kind of mediocre or stuff like that. And then there's this giant fucking spike right here, right here. I can't get the dot to line up exactly on the spike. But that's when my channel got demonetized and my different username made this huge push. Thank him like really for trying. I really, really appreciate it. It's still something that I think about today. But you can definitely tell right here where we made the push to try to get to 4,000 watch hours in the past year so I could keep the channel monetized. We unfortunately failed, but we got really close. We were up to 3,750, I think was the closest that we got. But we definitely tried. Do you guys have Culver's in Florida? Or do you have custard? We have Culver's. I've never heard of custard. We have a Culver's that's close to us. It's it's next to the mall at Millennia, which is like one of the big tourist malls in the area. I won't say my only issue with Culver's, but I have an issue with Culver's being really fucking expensive for what it is. It's not bad, like at all. I enjoy eating their food. It's just so expensive. Your Deagle field strips, that's okay. I don't have to compete with you anyways, Zen. I know I'm better than you in every single way, shape, and form. I can't say that because it's not true. It's so sad. You made me sad now, Zen. You have so much field stripping in your models. And you have very basic pieces, but can still like end up with some really fucking good looking things. And now you've ruined me. You made me sad. What is Culver's? I saw a lot of those places when I was visiting the whole state. Culver's is their butter burgers is what they're known for. It's like it's fast food, but I call it like a higher end fast food. It's not going to compete with McDonald's. I would say that it would more or less compete with like In-N-Out in terms of burger joints, where it's fast to get your food, but its quality is not fast food, I guess is kind of like a good way for me to be able to explain that without sounding too stupid. Dairy Queen is the best. So the issue with Dairy Queen that I have is there are almost none in the area that I'm in that I can go to and be particularly happy with the service I'm getting. The closest Dairy Queen to us that I know for a fact is still around is the one out in Conway. So it's about 30-45 minute drive from here, down the road. Which, don't get me wrong, you know, I'd go there in a heartbeat to get some good ass ice cream. But that place has new management since when I was a kid, because we used to go there as a kid, you know, all the time. And their new management has basically destroyed the business. It's run by, well, that doesn't even matter. It really, I was about to say something, but it doesn't matter who it's run by. It's run by a couple, and they don't give a shit. And it's so obvious that they don't give a shit. And it's really frustrating that they don't give a shit, because it just makes you feel like you're fucking pathetic in front of them. So the last time we went in there, it was kind of late at night. My dad really wanted actual food, which, you know, you usually don't go to Dairy Queen for actual food or anything like that. But we get in there. It's relatively late night, but they still have 2 hours to close. No one's at the counter when we first arrived. We were sitting there and we were kind of like, okay, well, this is interesting. You know, eventually someone should come out here and we'll be okay. It took them 5 minutes before they came out from the back to take our order, which that's annoying, obviously. Like, hey, you know, take our order the second we get there. Don't just fucking clown around and shit. That's annoying. When they took the order, I was paying for me and Kenyana, and my dad was paying for himself and my sister. And they, like, just that they didn't understand that we were going to be two separate parties. So they were kind of sitting there like, what? No, can't do that. No, can't do that. And my dad's like, no, I'm paying for her and me. My son's going to order separately. And she's like, no, can't do that. You need to order all together. And my dad's like, no, I'm not going to pay for my son and his girlfriend. My dad really didn't know my girlfriend well enough at the time. Things have changed now. He's more willing to do it now. But back then, he really wasn't. And I don't blame him. So we get everything sorted out. She makes 2 separate orders. They cook the food. I ordered after my dad and my sister. I got my food before my dad and my sister. They fucked up my order by giving me like the complete, basically the opposite of what I ordered, which was fucked. They didn't get my dad's food, and he ordered basically the same thing I did until like 10 minutes after I got mine, which is bullshit because, you know, he ordered before me, so I would figure that he would get his food before me. That makes sense to me. But that didn't happen. And that whole night ruined Dairy Queen for us as a family, and we've never gone back there, and I'm not ever going to go back there. I'm really not. I have no interest in going back to that place after that shit. Which is sad because we really liked Dairy Queen. I really did. But now, they're ass. And I'm not going back. They're dead to me. Dairy Queen here is trash. I was born in Arizona. I don't care for In-N-Out. I've only ever had In-N-Out once while we were in New York for her cousin's graduation. I liked it for what it was. I was so excited about finally eating it because I'd heard like all these good things about it that I ended up burning the shit out of my mouth though. So, as far as I know, I wasn't truly able to enjoy In-N-Out to its fullest extent since I burnt the shit out of my mouth, unfortunately. We all know Chick-fil-A is king. I love Chick-fil-A. Hate how expensive it is. I like to work there. They treat their employees really nice. I've seen the local Chick-fil-A that all the high school kids worked at when they were still, you know, young and shit like that, where I'm from. Our Chick-fil-A was like the best place to work, basically. A lot of people loved working for our Chick-fil-A because they were so good at what they did. Closest Chick-fil-A to me, I think, is in Great Falls and Idaho Falls. If you don't know, that's like 2-3 hours. Damn, dude. Mine, I can think of quite a few in the area that we could go to. Hey, Killer Frog. I boycott White Castle. I have never eaten White Castle because we don't have White Castles down here. And my grandparents refused to go to them while we were on summer vacation traveling the States. So I've never had White Castle. Crystals is our equivalent of a White Castle down here. And the last time I ate Crystals, I got food poisoning. So I've also vowed to never go back to Crystals because I don't ever want that to happen again. It was a whole night of me doing nothing but throwing up and diarrhea everywhere, and it was miserable. It's the worst experience I've ever had in my life with food, and I'm never going to do it again. So I have strictly vowed to never go eat at another Crystals. I was excited in LA, and the roof of my mouth was in pain for like 2 days. Yeah, like they handed you the food, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to eat it. And then you like dive into it almost immediately, and in your brain, you're like, I should have fucking known that it was gonna be miserably hot. Especially if there's grease on it, because the grease is, it's gonna be like boiling hot comparatively to everything else, because it'll retain its heat better. So that grease like just touches the roof of your mouth, and it's over from then on. There's nothing you're gonna do about it. You're just dead. Your taste buds die a little bit on the inside, and you're just not able to enjoy anything for the rest of your time until it heals. Hello, have not been on your stream for some reason. I can never get on in time. It's all right, man. I stream not regularly, like at all, so I completely understand not being able to come out at times. I really do. Sometimes it's hard for me to watch my different username stream because sometimes he streams at weird parts of the day. Time zone differences also play a huge thing of that. Also, I was dumb and didn't know what the pepper was in the box with the fires, and I just ate it whole. Rest in peace, my man. Is meth a good source of vitamin C? I don't recommend it. When I went to Arizona, we went there, and their fries were like unsalted as fuck, and their burgers were not that great. Shakes were good though. Shakes are fantastic. I had a chocolate one when I was there. Fries for me are hit and miss because I don't like most regular fries that restaurants or fast food serve anyways. I love my fries to be really, really crispy and also medium. I don't want to say mediocrely, above average salted, but not like super salted. So for me, fries are really hit or miss, and I know there's a lot of different places that have a lot of different ways of cooking fries and stuff like that. Is heroin a good source of vitamin C? I also do not recommend it. We're talking about fast food restaurants and our experience at them, Gavin. It wasn't spicy, but it scared the hell out of my sister. I don't blame her, dude. Have you ever heard of Cosmeteer? No. I'd have to look it up. And I'm afraid to look things up on stream now because, as many people will attest to you, I have been tricked many a fucking time looking things up on stream. And I would really like for this video to stay alive so that I can get more. Oh wow, this is a whole ass game. I just looked it up on my phone. Cosmeteer is a starship design simulation battle game. Design a fleet of ships by placing individual models. It's fucking whatchamacallit. Oh my god. Oh wow, this looks. Oh, it's free. It's on Windows only, which really sucks because I'm a MacBook, but it looks really cool, honestly. It's like a Kerbal Space Program, but more like 2D. Culver's fries are pretty good. I can say they're decent. Five Guys Cajun fries are some of my favorite fries, but when I bring them home, I air fry them. So on top of being deep fried, I also have them air fried to get them really crispy. Everyone knows waffle fries. Well, I love waffle fries. immensely. Chick-fil-A waffle fries are just, you know, they're fantastic. The only other two fries that I put on my favorite fries list are Arby's curly fries, because I just fucking adore those. Those are amazing. I love curly fries. And Checkers curly fries. Those two fries I absolutely adore. Does this mean you're going to make a belt-fed HK-21? At this point, I might as well, because I've got everything that I need to do it. I just need to make the stock for it, which is it's not a big deal. And I think it has a different handguard, but it could definitely be done. Toaster. Look up Meat Canyon, Timmy Turner. Yeah, I'm not looking that up. I know who Meat Canyon is right now. I can tell you right now I'm not playing that on stream. Five Guys is super good. I love Five Guys. We don't eat at Five Guys too often because that as well is another place that gets really expensive on occasion. For me and Kenyana, we're running usually $23, $24, which is, you know, $10, $12 a person. That's a lot of money for just burgers, honestly. Welcome back, Sonic the Cat. I said thanks for subbing while you were gone, by the way. So we don't go there often, but when we do, it's, you know, to splurge, to really enjoy the fact that we're able to go. So I know for a fucking fact, and this is getting, it's like crazy. I have a lot of subscribers who love playing Phantom Forces, and the reason they keep suggesting things is because of Phantom Forces. So my question was, obviously in Phantom Forces, this feeds from a box. So I might as well just make the box. Let's just make the box. I think it'll look cooler too anyways. And it'll be fun to do it. Yo, dude, I don't even... I used to like take naps a lot. But now I can't take naps. Because taking naps usually turns into me just sleeping all day long. I don't have the ability to like wake up after an hour feeling refreshed anymore. I just have to keep sleeping basically because I can't wake up. That's kind of why, that's part of the reason why I wanted to stream right now, was to prevent myself from going to sleep and screwing up my sleep schedule. And it's obviously working because I'm awake. If I can make it to like 8 o'clock, I'll be pretty okay. Could you build the guns from Waterworld or Mad Max Fury Road? I've never seen Waterworld, so I don't know any of the guns in there. I could look it up on IMDb. Or IMFDB, my bad. Internet Movies Firearm Database. It's a really good website for looking at guns and movies, and there's a lot of people on it that are very knowledgeable. I don't really remember any of the guns from Mad Max Fury Road. I remember a lot of the cars, but almost none of the guns. Phantom Forces is its own different game at this point. Yeah, probably, but I've never really played Phantom Forces. And this box is black and not green, but I think I'm gonna make mine green. Let's yeah, let's not do that. I kind of want to watch some gameplay now of Phantom Forces and see what the hell's going on. I'm not a huge fan of Roblox, like, at all. Like, I hate Roblox in general. I can respect that they're definitely making a lot of money, though. I'll tell you that right now. But I want to take a look at some gameplay, and maybe this is like the way of the future.
H&K-51B, if that's the name I'm looking for. It's in the test place right now. For those of you guys who don't know, test place is a separate kind of game to Phantom Forces, where obviously, as the name would state, they test things out. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. But the HK-51B is here, and a lot of people have kind of made a hype about it. It's something that I've heard a lot about, and some people have asked me to try, and I didn't really want to record test plays videos all that much, but at this point, it's really where I can get a decent bit of content from, since a lot of stuff is being added there. But obviously, it takes quite a bit of time to get to the main game, so it is kind of a trade-off, where this will be stuff that isn't in the game yet, but,
All right, so that's all I need to see from that, but I get the appeal, because I'm betting it's free. Yeah, it's Roblox. Going back to a previous conversation that we had, I don't edit videos at all because I'm burnt out on editing after 3 years of editing in TV production. But another reason I don't want to edit is because I can just upload it. I'm lazy. Obviously, that's part of it. But just uploading it is far easier, you know? Instead of sitting there trying to upload it. Wow, that's a very interestingly shaped edge of this box on this side. We'll try this. At least working on it. And yeah, I don't edit videos. My girlfriend talks about how I need to edit videos all the time so I can look more professional and things like that. But I'm really not interested in editing videos. I kind of wish, and this actually, I know for a fact that this will eventually happen. I don't know when, but I know it will happen. Eventually, this channel will have an editor that will edit videos for me, which will be nice. And I will also have someone who will curate the website for me, which will also be nice. And this will end up leading to obviously a lot better content on the front end for you guys. So the website will actually be updated every once in a while and have new rendered images and shit like that. That I'm not going to have to do because I really don't want to do that. And then my channel will have edited videos, which is going to be nice. Panda Express is really good. In terms of Chinese that I eat, Panda Express is on there. There's a little to no Chinese that I eat, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't like a lot of Chinese food. The extent of most of the Chinese food that I eat is pepper steak, which is usually just onions, green peppers, and like beef tossed together. I usually get that with white rice, and then I like to take the juice of the steak and peppers and onions and mix that with the rice. So it gets it some decent flavor, some good flavor, if you will, and that's pretty much the extent of the Chinese I eat. Fried rice, lovely stuff. I love that stuff, but it's not something that I like actively go out of my way to try to eat, if you will. So this is a 12, and then this is a 2, so that's all we need. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of Chinese that I like to eat, to be just brutally honest with you guys. And that's like blasphemy because my girlfriend loves Chinese food. She just adores Chinese food. She adores a lot of food from other countries and stuff that I just don't eat. And she kind of hates me for it because, like, if she's looking for food for the both of us, a lot of the times I'll be like, nah, I'm good. You get whatever you want. I don't want that. And then she'll be like, ugh, why are you like this? Can't we just get something from a Chinese place and you be happy? And I'm like, no, I don't want Chinese food. I don't want to add more weight onto your life, Asher. I really don't, dude. You have so much shit going on right now, dude, that it would really probably fucking suck for you to have to come edit for me. I also would really like to have it be a paid position because I would really like for it to be paid and not just be abusing someone or anything like that because I've been there, done that, and I don't like it. So I would like to, make it somewhat worth your time to actually come and edit for the channel. At this point, I need to be more professional because Springfield Armory will promote my social soon. Around SHOT Show, they will. I don't know if it's, you have to be more professional or more like you just, I don't know. For me, I have, I guess, completely different worldviews about channel content and stuff. I'm not here looking for the most professional of looking of channels. I'm more or less here just to have the content that I want. I do this as a hobby. I do this to have fun. I understand the need to have an editor and going for more professional looking videos and stuff like that because it will bring promotion to the channel. More people will be interested in watching the videos that I put out if it's better looking. Like it looks like I actually give a damn about the channel basically, but for the most part, I really don't do stuff like that. I just don't edit anything. Something that I've thought about doing for a little bit now as well is taking live streams and downloading the video for it and speeding it up like 30 times to get a speed build time-lapse ISK video. I've done them before. I've liked doing them before because for the people who aren't going to sit there and watch the entire stream, they'll have the time-lapse sped up video, which will ease their pain. But I'd have to download the VOD off of YouTube, and I've never done it before, and I expect it's going to take a very long time to download, which would suck on my end to have to tie my laptop up to downloading that and not knowing how big the file size is going to be or something like that. I should probably try it out to see exactly what it would do, honestly, because it would be another form of content that I could make that would be relatively easy, to be completely honest. Not a whole lot of backbreaking work there. I download the video, I speed it up 30 times, and the editing software that I have, you put that in quotation marks, and then upload it, call it a day. Hey Akihito, in case I didn't say hi already, because I can't remember if I did or didn't. Thanks for the compliment, man. Appreciate it. Have you ever heard of Bangkok Fiction? No, I have no idea what that is. Do I think the YouTube algorithm is broken? It depends on what way you're talking about for the YouTube algorithm, because there's just so much that we could talk about with that. Like Moist Critical. Well, I don't know why I said Moist Critical. Critical, Ping10, Charlie, whatever you want to call him. If you guys don't know him, he's a relatively big YouTuber. I've been watching him almost my entire life on YouTube, honestly. I started watching him way back in middle school days. It's really funny, but yeah, he made a video yesterday and the day before talking about YouTube actively promoting videos of this guy beating the shit out of cats and actually like killing them on stream, which is that's horrifying in itself. That should not be happening. And then YouTube like turns a blind eye to that type of content and doesn't do like any takedowns or anything like that, but will take down Charlie's video on something that's not as offensive, doesn't show anything like or anything like that, which is a huge problem. That's honestly not okay. YouTube needs to get their shit together on that. Like seriously, that's not all right. That part of the algorithm I do think is broken, and it definitely needs help. In terms of like people not finding channels or something like that, I'm not going to go out of my way and say that the YouTube algorithm is broken for that or anything like that. Okay, so MC51 is not this. MC51 is, as far as I was able to understand, oh. So, okay, you see this right here? The MC51 was originally made by Fleming, right here. The 51, the MC51, it's an H&K licensed firearm, but it's not made by H&K, which is why it's called the MC51. Whereas the HK51 is the same exact gun, but it's actually made by HK. So there is a difference. So this is the HK51. This is not the MC51. But the only difference for us is I can literally just change the title of this gun, and that will be the difference between the two. It's literally just the title and the company that makes it. So obviously in real life there would probably be some small subtle differences here and there, but here, not really. I can just change the name of it and be done. Thoughts on that car I told you about that last stream? Send me an image of said car and I will let you know, because I do not remember. I watched Charlie's video. Yeah, man, I've watched a lot of Charlie's videos. Like I said, I've just been with him for ages. He's one of the few channels I'm still subscribed to after going through middle school and like growing up a little bit. I've unsubscribed from a lot of channels that, you know, back in the day I used to watch pretty religiously. And his channel was never one that I unsubscribed from. A lot of my videos are claimed, even though some of them have non-copyrighted music. It happens. I have a video on the channel called like Forza Horizon 2 random clips. Like they're just clips that I took with my Xbox when something funny happened or something like that inside the game. And you know, there's a radio inside the game, so I uploaded all those clips in one video on my channel. And that video is actually claimed, and the only station that I listen to while driving in Forza Horizon 2, this is really funny, it's actually the classical station. So I find it really interesting that that video got claimed, even though a lot of the music on there is probably within public domain. He made a new one today too. His Beef Testosterone character is back. Have not watched that video yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be really funny, to be honest with you. I have a 3-year-old vid, and all of a sudden I get 20K views on it. It happens. It happens all the time, to be honest with you. I have some of the most popular videos on my channel are videos that I kind of don't even want to be that popular, weirdly. So like my Liberator gunship model, not that I'm not happy with the Liberator, but it's like definitely not one of my best gunships. That is one of my most viewed videos on my channel, surprisingly. Remember the Swordfish model MP5K? I do, because the Swordfish MP5, MP5K, MP5K PDW, there's a whole bunch of different e-bike variants of it, are some of my favorite looking MP5s. I've even made a... It's funny that we're talking about this because I can look it up. should actually be here. I've even made a G3 version of the swordfish, which is this right here. And I'm now we're looking at another G3-esque thing, and I'm really thinking, what if we took and we, remodified this just a little bit, and we turned the rest of this into a swordfish H&K-51 that's belt fed? We could always extend the front end out just a little bit more. Would that just be ridiculous? So the last thing that I kind of want to do now is make the shells that go into the gun themselves. So this is in 308 Winchester. So this we can get rid of. This image we can get rid of because we're done with that. We can also get rid of that image because that's all good. For the sake of what we have going on here, we'll keep that. So what did I say? 308 Winchester. And then we'll go to Wikipedia, and we'll scroll down in the sidebar here. And we'll go to studs. That's real. To make sure that we did this relatively close. If I'm within one stud, I'll be happy. Overall length is 71.1 millimeters, which is, yeah, so we definitely have a big enough shell ejection port, which is great. I'm happy with that. And then case. Base diameter, rim diameter. Let's do rim diameter at 12 millimeters. I think that's like 2 something. Wow, that's literally half a stud. I'm not going to do half a stud at all. Wait, don't I have? I have a 7.62 by 51 actually already made that we can go grab. M60. I just need this right here, this wonderful 30, wait, apolar weevil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 7.62 by 51. It's the same thing. Yeah, we're good. I need the cartridge, so I'm not gonna make another one. Add a bigger front end that is like a knife. I'm probably not going to end up doing that, to be honest with you. Yeah, today we're working on the HK-51, like Akihito said, except we're doing the B version. There's the HK-51, which is magazine fed, and then there's the HK-51B, which is belt fed. Because I really don't know why they actually made one that's belt fed. I guess they just really wanted one that was belt fed. So to get this exactly where I want it, we're going to do this. We're going to hide that. We're going to take and flip this back. Take and flip this. Grab this. I don't have like any idea about the history of this, like at all, to be, oh damn it, entirely honest with you, other than it's a G3 that's fucking really short. Which, it's insane how short this thing is, because I don't. The video that I watched, seeing the fireball come out the end of this thing makes no sense to me. What military uses this? Why? Um, uh, Kinda, but not really. I understand why there's a B version. Wait, did I? Yeah, we need to leave one of these off to the side. It's more firepower in a shortened package. Obviously, it being a belt, it's going to be rattling around a lot, which is going to be really annoying for you trying to, hide or anything inside of the jungle, if you will. But it's okay. I definitely understand. They wanted more Bert, I guess is the best way to explain it. There's really no other way for me to explain it. I don't know why they would, but they did. And the SAS adopted a version of it, the MC-51, which is not officially made by H&K, but does exist. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not too fluffed about the fact that these are just hanging in the middle of freaking nowhere. Like I'm really not. The whole point gets across really nicely. So we're gonna call that one a day. When can we call again? I have no idea, dude. I'm gonna be pretty busy this weekend. So I guess this is relatively big news I can talk about on stream because I doubt anyone kind of close to me is watching my streams anyways. But my parents, hey Derek, went through a really nasty divorce when I was in high school. And when it happened, my self-image of my mother was that she was the main aggressor and everything. So after everything was said and done, I basically refused to talk to her. I had wanted nothing to do with her in regard to pretty much everything. And I stopped talking to her. I did not talk to my mom for, I graduated high school in 2015. Divorce started my junior year, which would be 2014. So I did not talk to my mom for 6 years. But most recently, I did actually start talking to her again. We've gone out on a couple of dinner dates. And she has finally met Kenyana because she had never met Kenyana formally. She's caught up on a little bit of what's gone on in the past 6 years of my life, and I got to caught up on a little bit of hers. But hey, Derek, she actually had another child with her new husband. So I have a sister, stepsister, if you will, who's currently 4 or 5 years old, which is kind of crazy. So her birthday is actually coming up this weekend. So I'm booked all day Saturday, and if I'm booked all day Saturday, I'm not going to be able to do anything home-wise, like chore-wise, until Sunday, which means I'll be booked all day Sunday as well. So it's going to be pretty packed. I don't know when we're going to be able to call again, Trey. We should join general voice chat sometime. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be good to do. Get that going. But that'll be something that happens, later on, something like that. So, good news is that we can group this. We can select this, add it, select these, add it, grab this, and we can actually unload this entirely and load it back as we need to. Obviously the belt would be different, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, MaxiPad got banned. It's kind of funny because the last 2 streams I've had, he's dropped in. Actually, Trey, you were here for the previous one. Oh shit, I should check that picture you sent me if you sent that picture to me. Completely forgot about that. Picture of the car. You did not send me anything. Alright. But he was here last stream. He said hi, and then that was like it. He said nothing else the rest of the stream. Yeah, he was definitely permabanned. It was really quick. Justice was swift. There was pretty much nothing that he could do to avoid that one. I don't want to make this just a regular gray. So maybe go brown? No, that's not going to look right. This is the worst part about making guns. Let's leave that black. I'd be okay with that being black. Let's do this in dark tan. Do these in dark tan. Let's change this from this green to this green so it looks more appropriate. And then actually maybe brown. That don't look right. I can make this black though, actually. So I'm okay with that. And then obviously we need to change up a couple things. Actually, what we could do is make this cool silver. No, definitely not cool silver. That would be way too flashy. So I've talked to Trey about this before, actually, and being able to join into a Discord call and then route my audio through the stream. And Trey did do the research, and he did figure out how to do it for me, and we still haven't done it. But basically, I would just need to capture audio from a specific window. So it's definitely something that I've considered doing. It's just something that I've never really done because I've never taken the time to organize it with anyone. It would definitely be fun, dude. It's definitely something I'm down for. Like, obviously, since I've already talked to Trey about doing it. Just go fucking blue. Aw, that's so sweet. In a good way, I promise. Oh, actually, there is a color that is a good contender for being a good color, but we also have this one as well. I think I like this one better. And then we'll use a gray to come in and fix some of these details back here. That would be more like this color and this color down here, these two in particular, but those colors they're like violently, like if we take a look at this color real quick, it's like violently bright, if you will. It's definitely possible, and I need to fucking... Actually, that'd be a A good thing to do while on stream would be like a live interview about that. It's a good idea, David. Because then you can ask me the questions that you want and I could answer. And then we could be doing something in the background that's related to it. You know? Let's not make it black. Let's actually make it that gray. And I think it would fit in way better. Actually, no, let's make it gray. Like so. Bam. Now we have an H&K HK-51B. How freaking epic is that? I don't really see a place to actually mount a box magazine on this, or a box for the belt, but that's okay because we have what we need. $51B in 91 minutes. Yeah, not bad. There's definitely been longer streams out there. The M60 was, I think, 5 hours, if I remember correctly. 5.5, maybe even 6. I really don't remember. But it was a miserably long stream, and I hated doing it the entire way. So this wasn't too bad. We made it close to 8 o'clock, and I'm good. Yeah, this is definitely fun. So no, man. You have a lot going on with yours, and I know that you most recently made those fucking waifu skins on a lot of those weapons as well, which is like that's really difficult to do. So I completely understand about you, man. Trey, you sent me something finally. Yes. It's a nice looking car. Is that the car that you test drove last night? Or yesterday? Or the day before? Or whenever? Because if so, I congratulate you. It's a very nice car. Last 4 weeks? Like 4 weeks in a row? Damn, dude, that's like an extended test drive right there. That must be one of those, like the dealer lets you drive it that long to guarantee your satisfaction or your money back. Damn, my man. GG. I am happy for you. That said, though, I am tired, and I technically have 2 images that I need to render, so I need to go do that. I don't even know if I'm going to, but I might just render this one and call it a night. But if I start now, it'll be done by 10 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and go start now. Try to get that render done so that I can show it off tonight before going to bed and whatnot. So thank you guys for coming out and watching. I really appreciate it, especially for everyone who took time out of the day just to come watch me make something that honestly didn't take a lot of work. So like I said, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in another time, and I will definitely tag you when I get it made, David. See you guys later. See you later, Trey.